Ooh. Hey everybody. What's going on? And welcome back to Bloodborne. Um sorry I'm a little late today. A few things going on. Been trying to work on getting back into playing Under Night and as like at the very least, what's it called? Get to a point where I can start playing a little bit more competitively. But man, it's tough. And I've been also working on, of course, Dragon Ball Fighters and Bloodborne, or not Bloodborne, Dragon Ball Fighters, and Blaze Blue. At least I was close with the name, but anyway, but I've realized that Blaze Blue, man, there's very few people playing at the moment, unfortunately. I mean, there's an okay amount, but not nearly as many as there were before. Even Under Night has quite a few more people playing, at least in ranked matches. But anyway, yeah, so I was playing some fighters today, and I also found out some great news to anybody who is into Arxis fighters. There's finally some news today about Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. It looks like there will be the pre-order on PSN on March 9th, or not March, May 9th, sorry. And the best news is that, yes, North American users will also have access to the beta. And the other thing is that North American users will also have access to the same sort of beta properties that the Japanese audience has, where if you pre-order the game, you get 5 days instead of 3. The beta actually starts, though, for the US on the exact same day that it goes on the PSN store. So you have to pre-order the game that day, and you'll have access to the beta immediately on May 9th. So that's 5 days from now. But the coolest part of the whole thing is that even after the 5 days are up, if you do pre-order the game, there will be what's it called? Like a demo, basically, that's available. And if you pre-order the game, you have access to all the playable characters and every mode except for the online matchmaking that was available in the beta. So you'll be able to use training mode and versus computer mode and all that stuff. You have 20 character access and 20 character access in the beta and the demo. But if you don't pre-order the game, you only have access to the beta for 2 days instead of 5, the last 2 days. And if you get the demo, you only have access to 4 characters, not all 20. So yeah, that's a situation with Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle. I'm really looking forward to that, and you can bet your ass I will be streaming Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle as soon as that becomes available. So anyway, so that's the news with that. Now back to Bloodborne. There's a couple things I wanted to show you before we move forward. I'm sure you remember where we ended last time. Very interesting session. We finished off Father Gascoigne. I'm going to show you 2 things, though, that Gehrman, who we haven't seen in a while. Gehrman's back in the workshop, so let's talk to him.
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight. If the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion. Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray. It was burned and abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only to beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say?
Is that,
one of the...
Yeah. So, in this episode, we're going to be going over some of the lore points, because there's going to be a lot more, not really a lot more, but there's going to be some points brought up during the game today where there's some revelations and parts of the plot that are going to make the overall situation start to kind of take form a little bit. It's not like, well, if you're familiar with From Software games, you'd be familiar with the way these sorts of things work. They're not straightforward. They're not straightforward, like, plot and story points at all, like I mentioned before. But as we move on into this area, it's going to get... there's going to be some clues dropped. There's going to be some NPCs that we're going to run into that are going to have some interesting dialogue. And we're going to find some items and such that are going to be, with some item descriptions that are going to be really interesting. So I'm going to be discussing those probably a lot today. So just be prepared for those things to come up. Now, chug my monster just a second. Okay. Now, oh, real quick, just so you know, the item, one of the items we got in the last session, it was the, there it is, the Blood Gem Workshop tool. This is for, I already did this, but I'm just going to show you, Blood Gem Fortification. I put it in the threaded cane. As you see, the, one of the three logos up top, the, one that looks like a star. Now, if you go there, you can see the tempering blood gemstone that I got from that executioner. That gives the blood gem effect of physical attack up by 2.1%. Now, you'll notice when I take it off, that's what it does. It gives me from plus 14 to plus 17. So that's how much it increases my attack by. Now, blood gems come in all different types, and as you can see from this picture here, there's ones that are shaped like kind of like a very spiked, rounded spiked edge, and then there's triangular shaped ones. There's a few other shapes, but the gem has to fit the socket, and you have to open them up, like I said before, as you level up the weapon. The saw spear, the far right, has a crescent moon shaped one, and blood gems have a ton of different effects, so we'll go over them as we go. But I just wanted to show you guys how that worked. And there's one last thing I want to show you, because after the fight with Father Gascoigne, we gained some more insight. That brought us up to 9. I did have one more Madman's Knowledge, though, which brings us up to 10. And when you have 10 insight total, you can access one other shop here in the Hunter's Dream, where it's up here by the workshop, and this is a totally different shop. This is the Insight shop. So you can purchase items here with Insight as opposed to with Blood Echoes. But there's items here that you wouldn't be able to get anywhere else. So, for example, this is an important one, the Small Resonant Bell. This is one you use when you want to join someone else in co-op. So as opposed to the Beckoning Bell. Hey, how's it going, MLA? Thanks for being here. Yeah, as you ring the Small Resonant Bell, you join anyone who's ringing the beckoning bell, or you can join anyone who's ringing the beckoning bell. I'm going to try and pick that up today, but first there's one other thing that's a little bit more important for the moment. Now, this is the biggest one. Gascoigne's armor. Yes, that's right. After you beat bosses, a lot of times their equipment will appear here in the insight shop. Now, this armor in particular is really good, especially for some of the areas we're going to be coming into soon. So I'm going to for sure grab a couple of these, even though I'm going to lose decent amount of insight. I at least want to get this one. And are these? How are these? These are good. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab these two. It might take a while to get back some more insight, but that's all right. I'll grab the small resonant bell while I'm here now too, because I won't have a chance again for a while. So, oh, and the sinister resonant bell. I'm not gonna get this. This is to invade anyone who is using a using a bell. So what happens when you use the bell? Some areas have this automatically, but most areas you have to use your own bell. When you use the beckoning bell to try and get a cooperative partner, there's a woman who appears called the bell ringing woman. I mentioned this before, but she is in a location on the map in the area that you're in somewhere, and that area is different in every area, obviously, but essentially she is ringing her own bell, and that bell is the one that beckons the enemy hunters to come and invade you for PvP. And so if you summon a cooperative partner, the sinister bell woman will be there, and you can find her and kill her, and then you won't have to deal with invaders. But the other scenario is that some areas in game, they automatically have a bell ringing woman there, and so even if you're not playing co-op, there will be the potential to be invaded. I hope that that works. Hey, what's up, Predator? How you doing, man? So yeah, I hope that today, well, not today. I hope that eventually we'll be able to go back online. I'm still kind of testing out to make sure that the problems with my controller are related to the controller and not to the connection or to anything like that. It doesn't seem like it. It just seems like it's a controller, in which case I'm going to need to get a new controller. But in the meantime, I'm just going to play offline because there's no sinister bell women anywhere around for a little while. But for now, I'm going to stay offline because the only thing I'm missing at the moment is just seeing messages left by other people and spots where people were killed, and that's about it. So, anyway, the reason I wanted to buy from the Insight shop is because as soon as I get done here, watch what happens. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think I have to leave the dream. Yeah. Well, when I come back, if I don't have 10 insight, I think they're gone. But, anyway, yeah, so, I guess I could have done that later, but, oh well, in any case. Now, there's one more thing that we got to do before we move back into the Cathedral Ward. I'm going to do that right now, but, oh, nice, congratulations, man. Good to hear. Yeah, sorry I haven't gotten back to you lately, man. I just, I've been either uploading this or playing something else, playing a fighter online, and I'd invite you, but there are games that you don't have. So, but anyway, so let's get started. I'm gonna go back to the sick room because I used Josefka's blood file, and I am going to see if I can do this. It should work out all right, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's see. But that's a nice goal, man. Congratulations. I'm glad to hear that your count's going up. Oh, by the way, does everybody like my new logo in the corner? It's the same logo, but with a little added bonus to it. Got my my avatar there behind the Transatlantic Gaming logo. So let's see.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid.
Yes,
Let me
this
ask
is
you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Yusefka's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped here, but I should do something to help. I'll even offer a reward for your cooperation. Tempted? Well, off you go then.
Now, the reason I wanted to get this dialogue so much is you notice, firstly, man, that's a very major change all of a sudden. She's sort of sounding totally different. She was very adamant about, thanks, man. She was very adamant about not letting anybody in, just for fear of spreading the plague. Now she's saying, hey, send people here, send people to me. And you can kind of see this is one of those nice little subtle details. If you can see through the door, you see her hand there. She is now holding something very similar to what I've got in my hand. That's right, she's got a weapon in hand. Now, this is going to be sort of explained more later, but for now, she's asking you to get survivors to come to the clinic here. I won't say anything else about that for now, but let's see, is there any faster way to get to Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, I got the message. If you want to do Resident Evil 5, though, I might need to get, as far as the co-op mode, I might need a little bit more time because I'm planning to finish this game. So we're moving pretty quick, though. It shouldn't take too long. But let's see. What would be the fastest route? No, you know what? I can make it. So, I'm gonna try and go back to that girl who gave me the music box. That's our next destination. Actually, if I just go this way. I should be able to handle this pretty easily now. Yeah, one down. Two down. There we go. Just 2. You guys are next. Oh shit! Forgot about you. Oh, well. There we go. So as you can see, so much stronger now. It's these guys aren't much of a problem. Now, just for a warning, if you guys do play this and get to this point and think that it's gonna be that easy, no, he fixed it, man. He's got a working one now. So yeah, he's good. All right, sweet. Got my blood bullets back. Let's get rid of this son of a bitch. Come on, dude, get out here. Dropping most of these enemies with one hit, so that'll be good. Hey, Dick, you're not hiding from me. Okay. There's one more, isn't there? Well, there's this one, but... Oh, yeah, these guys. Oh, man. Man, these guys see me from the weirdest spots, but... Oh, well. Anyway. That... There isn't anybody else, it's just these guys. Oh, I was gonna say, is that guy come back? I guess not. Alright, let's get this bastard. Pretty much almost killed him on it. You know, I didn't even think about doing it this way. I guess I could... The gunner wouldn't see me from here, actually, too. So I think I could do it like this. Let's do it like this. I don't think I've ever tried this route, to be honest, so... Those guys should go the other way. They'll be moving too far. Saw me. Oh, there's the dog. He wasn't here last time. Oh. Hey, Dick, over here. There we go. Okay. Now, can I get around the car? Yeah, here we go. This should work. Now, even if they see me, oh, that's not gonna help. That'll work. I usually don't like running, but I'm trying to get this part done quick, so let's, Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it'd be great to do it co-op. I just started this, and I've already, invested quite a bit of time into it, so I'm on the verge of, well, not on the verge, but, I think I have my best candidate for completing my first full playthrough in live stream form, so. But I have no problem doing my second full playthrough after this one, and I'd love it to be Resident Evil 5 because one of my favorite co-op games ever. Boom! Still got that parry timing, motherfucker. Okay, so now I can finally get back to that girl, but Before I do that, let me do one last thing real quick. I haven't been up to this area yet, so I might as well finally get the items up there. There we go. Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I didn't put on... I went and bought the armor, and I didn't put it on. Considering it's actually not... It's got better physical defense, but... Or it's got worse physical defense, but it does have good blunt and good thrust defense. It's great. So let's do that. And it was the pants, right? Yeah, same thing here. Okay, so now before I do, I was gonna say I wanted to make sure I got that item. Okay, before I do the next section, I'm gonna go ahead and take care of this part, which is the almost conclusion of this subplot. Here's where that little girl lives, but before I do this, oh, I better take this out and put something else in, actually. Here, we'll put the throwing knives there. I'm gonna remove that. Oh, you know what? I am about to, I have a better idea. I'm about to get to poisonous areas. So let's put that there, leave that there, and put the pebbles back in. There we go. Okay. Now, before I do that, let me show you, the couple of things. So, here's the tiny music box. I'm gonna show you the display on these. A small music box received from a young Yharnam girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. Two names can be made out, however faintly: Viola and Gascoigne. Now, obviously, Gascoigne was Father Gascoigne, who we just fought, but Viola, seeing that it's her mother, and the red jeweled brooch we got off of the dead body in the Father Gascoigne's boss area. A woman's bright red brooch engraved with the name Viola. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter, used to change into a droplet of blood, a droplet blood gem that fortifies any weapon. With the proper workshop tool, various weapons can be fortified. So, here's the question. You can give the item to her, or and give her the proof that her mother is dead, or you can hold on to it and try not to tell her that, and attempt to give her hope. Now, bear in mind, out of every time I've done this, I have never been able to get any other results. But I'm gonna try to do a selection here that see what happens.
Still can't find my mum.
What was that? Something, dear sister.
Oh, okay. I can wait. But isn't there something I can do? Maybe Mum and Dad are stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Mr. Hunter? Yes, I see. I can wait. I won't be afraid. I know. I do. The morning always comes.
Okay, I forgot. I only have Yosefka's clinic, and I do not want to send her there, as you probably would already guess. I never noticed that before, though. I'm understanding. There it is again. So-called dear sister. Man, I never noticed that before. Now, that's a really weird chant. But here, let me go up here. This is the one area I haven't been to. There's a couple items up here. They're nothing important, but I'll go grab them while I'm here. Oh, jeez, he sees me already? There's that. Okay. Now, you're next, you son of a bitch. Oh, there's another dog. Jesus. Oh, thank God he didn't see me. Alright, cool. There we go. I always forget, man. This is another area where when I first played this game, it was... that part... Oh, nice. A lot of blood vials there. That part gave me a lot of problems. Aiming for the platinum trophy. Yeah, hell yeah, man. That sounds good. I didn't finish it on, what's it called? PS4. I only finished it on 360 and... Actually, I think that's it. I only finished on 360 because, when me and my brother actually played the full game, that was, I think that was the only one we got to. But anyway, what's the fastest way out from here? Oh, that would be this way. I could use a bold hunter's mark, but... Another dog got free. When that happened? You guys aren't getting out. No more. I keep missing that. Every time I do that, I miss. Oh well. Anyway. Alright, bitch. Oh, and I don't want to tell her about the clinic either, this old lady here. But I do need to come back. Wait. Oh, that's right. That's why I wanted to go this way. It wasn't to go there, it was to go this way. Here we go. Go back around. I need some more bullets anyway, so... This guy always drops bullets, so that's always nice. And now, let's get rid of this bastard. Okay, so, now... we're gonna go back, and then we're immediately gonna go back to our new area. So anyway, now that you know the history of Father well, at least part of the history of Father Gascoigne, and oh. Okay, so it's the first time you get insight, that shop opens and it doesn't close. Man, that's new to me. I always remember it closing. Well, I learned something today. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I swear, I could have sworn that you once you lost 10 insight, the shop closed, so that's good to know. While I'm here, I still haven't been able to buy the item I wanted to get, the weapons. Oh, but you know, I can afford the lantern now. The Kirk hammer, I'm not going to buy the Kirk hammer. It's not really that great of a weapon for me. Neither is the, well, the axe is okay, but it's not that great. And the saw spear is honestly better for a dex character than or a skill-based character than. This weapon is one I want to get, but like I said, I still need 2 more blood tinge, so I can't get that yet. Oh, I even forgot something about Gehrman's dialogue. The holy chalices. Basically, where our ultimate next destination is to get our first holy chalice. And the holy chalices are what lets you access the chalice dungeons, which are basically what all of these altars are for. These ritual altars, when you lay a chalice on them, let you access the randomly generated dungeons of this game, where you can play the optional areas. The optional areas that kind of there's some that are, you know, extremely difficult. There's some that are you know, they have items in them that are specific. There's actually even ways to get special items that take the weapons of the game and create a different, more powerful form out of them. But they're very rare and hard to find. But once we get a chalice, I'll show you how they work. So, well, you got back into fighting games, but what do you got now, man? That's I'd love to play something with you, but I've been mostly playing Under Night and Dragon Ball Fighters lately, more than anything else. A little KOF 14, but anyway, here we are back where we left off last time, finally, after all the runaround. And here is the guy that I was talking about last time, too. This guy is very interesting.
Hmm? Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yharnam's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about them, tell them about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, so here is the next spot that's a refuge spot for people.
I know I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, tell them about this here Erden Chapel, if they seem worth being told, that is. Oh, and I do sincerely hope they are.
Yeah, this guy is very interesting indeed. He seems a little sketchy, but this is the spot that we were hoping to unlock. Yeah, 24 days, 30th anniversary. Yeah, I know, man. I'm looking forward to it too, but I mean, that's just some more Street Fighter. I mean, it'll be fun. I'm still gonna play it, of course, but I'm not really gonna be super devoted. I'm looking forward to it, but on top of that, I mean, it only comes out a little bit before Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, and I think it's safe to say that I'm gonna be spending a very significant amount of time on Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, probably a whole hell of a lot more than Street Fighter Anniversary. Other than, you know, some Third Strike. I do love me some Third Strike, but yeah, so anyway. That's... You know, I didn't even think about this. The Great Bridge is a better place to start. All I gotta do is kill one monster and some birds, and that's it. New Killer Instinct. Now that would be fun. I still haven't played Killer Instinct with anybody I know. I haven't played the game at all, actually, in quite a while. I really need to get back on it. I really like that game a lot, man. I'm fucking getting pretty good with, can't remember if I was better with Shadow Jago, Orchid, or, there's one other character I was using a lot. I think Shadow Jago is my best, but which is kind of strange because, you know, like I said before, I don't usually like the archetype characters, but man, I'm getting good at that now. Starting to get my Bloodborne timing back. But yeah, I usually don't like the archetype characters, as I've said many times before, for fighting games, but something about, I mean, Shadow Jago, honestly, isn't very much like regular Jago. His moveset works very differently, but, alright, bitch, let's go. And I could have swore there was another character I was good with, but for some reason I'm drawn to... Oh, the girl with the claws and the spider webs and can't remember her name now. Shadira, something like that. Oh yeah, gotta go this way. Forgot where I was going for a second. Go visit the old lady. Oh jeez. Hey, boy. Oh, how'd that miss? Oh, I landed behind him, yeah. Hey, look, that one hit finally. One left. Let's get rid of you. Here he comes. Move your slow ass. There we go. Alright. Now. Here. This lady.
So what is it now? Are much better ways to pass the time. Unless you found me a nice safe place.
I did indeed find a nice safe place. Odin Chapel.
What do you know? An outsider worth a lick of salt. Well, don't just stand there. Don't you have work to do? Go slit some throats. Get this mess done with.
Oh, yes, at your command, my lady. Now, let's see if I can get the last one. And I'll be pretty much done with this area for quite a while. Sweet. He hit me, but still managed to get in time. Okay. Alright. Now. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I need to, oh, wait. Equip the, oh, wait. I forget how you turn that on and off. there's a faster way to do that. Let me go back to, well, it doesn't matter. I can turn it on and on. I forget what the button is. There is a button that lets you do it, but can't for the life of me remember what it was. So, for the time being, we'll just do it that way. So anyway, now we don't have to use our gun hand for a torch. Now we can actually use that for dark areas. I'm getting plenty of blood vials now. Gonna shoot again? Oh, you're gonna face me? Right. How did that... Man. Just dancing right around him. I'm dancing with myself. I'm. Anyway. Alright, let's get moving. Now, I'm gonna kind of go YOLO on this because I really don't want to have to fight these assholes again. Oh, it's not really going YOLO there too much. I thought for sure that some of them would have been chasing or shooting at me, but I guess not. Oh, yep. He's gone. I think I might have screwed up my plan. Oh no, he's there. Maybe I didn't screw up my plan. Let's see how it goes, I guess. Although I have no idea. Maybe I'm 100% wrong. Oh, whoops. Damn it. What is he using as a weapon? I never noticed that before. What is that? There's like a big statue. Huh.
Hello, Mr. Hunter. Still can't find my mum.
Oh, I think it's because I kept the brooch.
Oh, okay. I can wait. But isn't there something I can do? Maybe Mum and Dad are stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Mr. Hunter?
Now I will go ahead and tell of Odin Chapel.
Thank you, Mr. Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad.
This poor girl, man, this...
Thank you, Mister. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad.
This story's so sad, man. This... I hate freaking going through this girl's freaking story segment because it's so tragic. Her mom's dead, her dad's dead, and I'm trying to get her to someplace safe. There's one last thing I'm gonna do before I... Oh, wait, wrong way. Before I do that, though, and there's a reason I want to do this, which I'll explain later, but for now, I really want to get this done before I move back to Odin Chapel. In fact, you know what? I'll just go straight there. Go. All right. All right. Sorry for all the backtracking and weird spots during this, but yeah, Love Max 6 stars, man. I want to play too. I actually went to go play the other day, but no one was on, and I trained a little bit, but here we go. Let's get out of here. So anyway, yeah, man, I really, and that was another thing too. There's more tournaments this year. If I do go to anything else, Arcana Heart 3 Love Max 6 stars is definitely one of the games I would want to enter because I was starting to get pretty good at it. But yeah, that's might just be dreaming at this point, but. Oh shit, too late. Damn it. You bastard. Now you're gonna pay the price. Oh, I should have used the... Yeah, I'll use it now. Oh, we got the shit. Okay, now, this was what I really specifically wanted to do while I was here. So I'm sure you remember this enemy. Gonna give him a proctal exam. Now, I was just trying to kill that enemy. That's the only reason I was going for that now. That's pretty much it. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and there's another reason I'm doing this too. I want to use this Bold Hunter's Mark and just reawaken. Not just to speed things up, but another reason which I'll get to some other time, but I don't want to risk setting off another storyline event that will come about from going through that area. So anyway, so now we can finally, I'm sorry for all the time, but we can finally move on to the Cathedral Ward and back to Odin Chapel. Because now things are about to get very interesting. Now there's one thing you'll see for sure when we get here. Or one new thing you'll see for sure when I get here. That's another reason why I used the Hunter's Mark instead of running through to this area, is because I wanted to go back to the Hunter's Dream before I went back to the chapel because of... well, you'll see. I hear that Cross Tag Battle is also coming to PC, by the way. Kind of surprised to hear that. I don't know if it's the same release date, but I do know that Arxis has mentioned it's coming to PC, So, here we are back in the Odin Chapel at Cathedral Ward, and...
Ah, the hunter. Thank you. So that old girl, you told her about this place, right?
Old girl?
She don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow.
There's my new...
If you find any saint survivors, well, send them a knock to Odin Chapel, will ya?
This guy seems so strange, but he seems genuinely willing to help, so... And guess what? the lady behind the door that was angry?
Oh no, I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something? Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This whole mess that Yharnam's in, it's all your fault. You put it to the outsiders. Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk. Don't you come near me. I know your type.
Now, you know...
You.
Oh.
Stay away from me. I know all your tricks.
So, I forgot she changes her dialogue. So, you notice how there's two interesting points that came up on... Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, we got 2 new this week. I'm hoping that... I'm hoping with this Bloodborne playthrough, we spread the word, and especially since there's a few reasons why I did this, but I mentioned, not the least of which was, like I said in the first playthrough, Dumb Shit Phil is playing his redemption run, and if you can call it that, a quote-unquote redemption run, meaning he uses stream chat the whole time still, but tries to pretend like he's not, and still acts like a complete buffoon and still gets his ass kicked and still doesn't know how to play the game and still bitches and moans, but he's way better at FromSoft games now, so it's cool, but it's not really because he's a fucking piece of shit. But anyway, so comparatively speaking, when you play, I know I'm not the best Bloodborne player ever in the world. I know that very well, especially comparatively speaking to some of the amazing players, especially with PvP, but I also know that I am definitely not a terrible Bloodborne player. I know this game very well, and I'm pretty good with From Software games in general. So, and not to mention another big thing is that Dark Souls Remastered comes out also around the same time as Street Fighter Anniversary does, and I'm definitely picking that up. So I thought that instead of playing a Dark Souls game, I would play either Demon Souls or Bloodborne, but I decided on Bloodborne obviously because of a few reasons, but the biggest one probably was that the very last game I finished from the series was Demon Souls. And it's funny, I've finished every game in the series, but I finished Demon Souls last by a very long shot. Now, here's one of our first new enemies, and these guys are rough and tumble. See that damage, and you can see why. Wow, that still hit. Man, that hurt. You know what, I probably should at least change back into the, that is not thrust damage. That is definitely, physical and blunt. So I'm gonna keep the physical up. Now the pants, I'll keep there because it's only a 10-point difference, but yeah, so anyway, so back to the game. What's something else I was gonna say while I was out here? So, oh yeah, so Demon Souls. I do really want to go back and play Demon Souls one more time, full playthrough, but that'll be way later down the road because eventually I do want to have a full playlist of every Souls game as well as Bloodborne, and so let's start with Bloodborne. This is, you know, Dark Souls has a huge fan base, and so does From Software in general. I won't deny I'm a From Software fanboy. I don't mind, but the thing is that I really, oh sweet, another Madman's Knowledge. I really want to have those games up, as well as Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Rising. those are the games that I would like to have full playthroughs up for, because those are the games that I personally like the most as far as storytelling in games goes, and as far as entertaining action games go. I very, very, very much love them, and I'm pretty good at them. So, oh, I didn't give him a chance to start chanting with this. Oh shit! Dang. Oh sweet! I didn't think I was gonna interrupt. I really don't think there's anything up here yet, because I know you can't get through the gate, but I just want to see if there is anything up here, because these enemies are obviously way more difficult than, here we go. Ooh! Nice. Okay, I'm getting my timing down again. Okay, there is an item up here. Oh, and this is where you start to see these things. Baby carriages, wheelchairs, and... reminisce. That's right, that was up here. Now, as opposed to Dark Souls, as I said before, where, you know, the emphasis in Dark Souls is patience and, smart tactical timing with your attacks and your defense. Bloodborne is about quick reflexes, fast reactions, and making the best decisions on the fly. And so shields and defense in general is usually not really an option in this game. This shield is one of the few, and I mean very few shields in the game, so there he goes. Gotcha. There. Is that gonna kill? Yes, it is. Man, I'm so surprised that's actually killing. Did a pretty good job building this so far. Like I said last time, after I beat the last boss, I'm still stunned. I'm getting so much damage out of those counter hits, but anyway. Okay, so I can't remember what's... This is blood files. Okay, now, this is the direction we're gonna need to go next. This is the pathway to the next area. Well, pretty much the next area. I recommended the next area. But before I do that, I'm gonna show you guys something very interesting. Now, this item here. There's quite a few people who I know is like, oh man, let's go get this item. But what the hell is that? Yes. Very, very strange. Very strange. But once again, we'll get to this later, and fairly decent amount of time later. But this is one of those things that when you see what's going on there, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Oh, I forgot how much I love this one. Doesn't have any differences, but I actually really like the oh, the hunter gloves are exactly the same. Yharnam hunter gloves. Wow. Huh. What, you like that hand, MLA? Yeah, man, we'll have to bust out the PS1 games. We're gonna have to at least try, even though the game's awkward, we're gonna have to try that, what was it, Tatsunoko Fighter? Man, look at that son of a bitch. I'm not about to fuck with that guy. Oh, why you stop? Come on, keep going. You want to keep moving? There you go. That's right. That's what you want to do. Now. Oh, sweet. Bloodstone shards. Remember how I was getting so many goddamn bloodstone shards early on? Now I'm not getting any. Okay, here's our secret. We don't want that guy coming back in and ruining the party. So, close the gate until we get done back here. And then when we get done back here, we can open it and let him come back in and then unlock it. Now, this area isn't really particular. Oh, I forgot there's two of them here. Yeah, he saw me. Sweet. This guy's got a statue too. What's with these bastards? Oh fuck, I missed. Oh shit, he heard me. Oh, are you kidding me? How'd that miss? How did I miss? I was right on that. Come on, you're not running. There, this time. Man, that was weird. Now, there is some very specific, like, space, like, when you land a parry, in order to land the visceral attack counter, you have to be in a very specific spot, but that spot is, generally just, like, right in front of them. So it's usually not too hard to hit it, but I'm just surprised that that wasn't close enough. So anyway, man, I hate it when they do this. Oh, this one's talking about sister too. Oh fuck it, I'm just gonna use the other knife. Screw you. This. Oh. Nope. I'm not gonna reach this one. Do it this way then. Ah, get rid of you. And then get rid of you. Are you dead yet? Man, dude, die. This is where the, oh, don't enter an emote. Come on. God. I swear, I hate PS4's motion sensor on their controller. It's so stupid. Ooh. Man, come on. The whip is a lot easier to hit the birds with. Okay, there we go. Now, so, sorry about that. That took a lot longer than I thought it would, but there is one really important item over here, I believe. I can't remember. Oh, there it is. It might seem kind of pointless, but it's actually one of those things that's like, you know, in the right circumstances or in the right situation, it's really nice to have. And so, so check it out. I love checking this view out. As a matter of fact, this was the clip from the last video. This is the city of Yharnam. We just picked up the monocle, and we're going to go ahead and equip it. Or monocular. And so we can get... How do you zoom? Oh, wait, I do not want to fall off the cliff, so, don't go doing that. Anyway, maybe we can get a good spot to stand. There we go. So, yeah, here we go. Okay, let's see. So this is Cathedral Ward. that is, that's the Great Bridge right there where we fought, what's his name? Cleric Beast. So then down below that, that's the walkway down to the elevator. That should be the elevator right there going down. That's the bridge we crossed with the fireball. And I love how From Software does that. They're the masters of making environments that you actually see and you tell where you came from and how they look correctly. And you know, it really, in my opinion, it makes it look like, yeah, wow, look at this progress I'm making. I was there, now I'm here. I love how they do that. And I've never seen a company do that better. So, it's so awesome. Anyway, so. Japanese of Bloody Roar, nice. I've said this before, but I'm not a huge fan of Bloody Roar. I think it's fun, but I was never really into Bloody Roar that much. As far as PS1 fighting games, what I would really like to play, especially for 3D fighter, is Air Guys. And I'm sure you'd be down with that since you like Final Fantasy. Ooh, 3. Nice. 3 stones. But yeah, I loved Air Guys, man. Air Guys was my obsession for a long time on PS1 because I had to unlock all the characters. I wanted to make sure I got everybody. So I got Yuffie and Sephiroth and Vincent, Cloud, Tifa, and yeah, I can't even remember all the Final Fantasy VII characters that were in it, but I did get them all. And in particular, strangely, I think, you know, even though I love Sephiroth and I love Cloud and I love Vincent and you know, I love all the characters that were there, strangely, Yuffie was one of my best characters. It was weird, but she's really, really good in that game. But and to be honest, you know, I haven't seen a game like that in a long time, where it's a 3D fighter, but for the vast majority of it, it's a free roaming 3D fighter. You're not locked into a perspective. You're not. Actually, go this. Oh no, I got to do this very stealthy. So. I'm going to talk while I do this so that, number one, I'm kind of calming myself down, and number two, I don't fuck up and wake this son of a bitch up yet, but, anyway, yeah, and on top of that, Air Guys had a, action RPG mode, where you played some characters from the game, and you literally went dungeon delving with the characters in a fighting game. And it was just such an inventive game. It was a Square Enix game, of course, because, you know, there's a ton of Square Enix characters in the game. But, damn, 5 more. But, man, I'm glad I went this way. I can level up my weapons a lot after this. I knew there was important stuff over here. I just don't remember what it was. But, man. Oh, shit. It's one of these. Oh, these are important. Where's he gonna run? Got him. Sweet. Okay, so these guys are kind of like the equivalent of, 3 more shards? The equivalent of, the blue the blue lizards in, Dark Souls. When you find those guys, if you can kill them, they will drop reinforcement material. If they run away fast enough and get away, they disappear. Although, they will return. But you still have to chase them down and kill them before they disappear and escape. Now, let's turn that on. So anyway, if I remember correctly, this is a dead end, but I think there's break some pots. Oh, this is what we're looking for. Any traps here? I don't think there's any traps here. there's no mimics in this game like there are in Dark Souls. Oh, a gemstone. Okay, sweet. All right, we got that now too. To be honest, I don't even remember if that door... I don't remember where that door goes or if it even is usable. Although, to the best of my knowledge at the same time, I don't think there was a door that you could not enter at all. Like, if there was a door that you could interact with, there was a way to open it, but I cannot for the life of me remember if that one has any purpose. Well, anyway, it looks like that's it for here. Now, I made a hell of a racket because I wanted to get that item, and now I don't think I'm in too big of a worry as far as waking this dude up, but I'm still gonna be a little extra cautious. Okay, I think we're safe now. Let's get the fuck out of here. And just so you know, oh, hey, quit twitching, boy. Just so you know, those guys are, you know, you can fight them. You can. Where did that come from? You can fight them, you can actually defeat them, but they're just very difficult, and there's not really much point in fighting them at this point, so get out of there before the other one shows up. Okay. Now, I've got quite a bit of echoes, but I don't want to go back yet. Oh, hey. Ah, damn it. Let's see if I can get you. Come on, boy. Ah, too late. Alright, let's go. Come on. Yes! Got it. And I have restored almost all of my health except for a small sliver. I don't care about that, so sweet. Now... Oh. I thought that was the one that... Or I thought there was one looking over the vista. I guess not. Okay, so, like I said, this is ultimately where we're going for now, because the gates are closed off in pretty much every other direction. Now, you can open the gates with an item, and you can just buy the item, but it's 20,000 echoes for one. And for two, it's significantly harder than this area. So, it's kind of like skipping over it for the sake of advancing to the next story area, but at the cost of kind of progressing naturally and at the cost of missing out on some of the areas that can help out us with more than just you know, more than just material that is integral to the actual story campaign. You're the only one left, boy. Ah.
Away! Away!
No, you away. There we go. Alright, let's do this. File. Oh, and now you're gonna catch a glimpse up there of our next character that we're about to meet. Well, you'll be able to see him in a second. There's some cold blood too, sweet. I thought I just saw the top of his head. Oh, sweet. Molotov cocktails. Well, anyway, you'll see him soon enough. A new NPC. Friendly NPC. I guess I better clear this out quick, too, because, I can do it later, but I might as well just do it now. can I? The enemy might not be here until after I... Oh no, there he is. I was gonna say, I thought he was here. That's right. He's waiting to ambush someone who comes down from the top, and... Oh, I should have locked on. Why didn't I do that? I keep missing very silly stuff like that. There we go. You know, I realize I haven't used the saw spear at all today. Let's see how it's... Oh man, Madman's knowledge. Yeah, that's me. I guess that's not one. This game does have invisible walls, by the way, just like in Dark Souls. Of course, there's not that many, but there's not that many in any game, really. It's just there to keep you on your toes and keep you guessing, so... Okay, so here we go. Now... Actually, this spot's kind of rough, so I'm not going to do that here. Yeah, sure. I'll send it to you as soon as I get done with the stream today. I'll invite you either on PSN or on Steam, and we'll do something. And I'll get you the name of the game so that you can play it. Cause here they come. I'm not fighting that guy and the dogs. Quit barking. Where is he? Come on. Come on, Fido. There you are. What, you don't want none of this? Hell no, you don't want none of this. Alright, there we go. In fact, you know what? I'll bet you if I go through the PS1 library for some fighting games, I'll probably find some... Oh, Gundam Battle Assault 2? That's a fucking great idea, actually. Not quite as good as Gundam Wing Endless Duel, but still an awesome game nonetheless. Okay, so here we go. Now we're making some progress. I forget why it's like this. I thought there was, oh, there's more Man, I'm getting a lot of Madman's knowledge. It's really cool, though. Okay, so this is what I want to pull. Now, this is, our key to the next area. And there it is. But before we go that way, there is one more thing to do. I don't think there's any more items up here. There he is. Oh, you know what? That was why it was hard to see him, because he's praying by the altar. Now, this character is very interesting. So he's gonna. This is a very important lore segment. So I'm just gonna shut up and do this dialogue segment here.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you? I knew it. That's precisely how I started out. Oh, beg pardon. You may call me Alfred, protege of Master Ligarius, hunter of vile bloods. So, what say you? Our prey might differ, but we are hunters, the both of us. Why not cooperate and discuss the things we've learned? Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Take this to celebrate our acquaintance.
Very useful item, by the way. That's almost it there now. I'll show it to you after this.
Beast hunting is a sacred practice. May the good blood guide your way. There must be oodles for us to share. Go on, just tell me what piques your interest.
Healing Church and Bergenworth. Now, this is our first, the first time we're seeing Bergenworth so far in game. So, go ahead and discuss this. So.
As you know, the Healing Church is the fountainhead of blood healing. Well, I'm a simple hunter, quite unfamiliar with the ins and outs of the institution. But I have heard that the holy medium of blood healing is venerated in the main cathedral, and that counselors of the old church reside in the high stratum of the Cathedral Ward. If you seek blood healing, and the church is willing, you should pay them a visit.
Okay. Now, so on to Bergenworth.
Bergenworth is an old place of learning, and the Tomb of the Gods, carved out below Yharnam, should be familiar to every hunter. Well, once a group of young Bergenworth scholars discovered a holy medium deep within the tomb. This led to the founding of the Healing Church and the establishment of blood healing. In this sense, everything sacred in Yharnam can be traced back to Bergenworth. But today, the college lies deep within a tangled wood, abandoned and decrepit. And furthermore, the Healing Church has declared Bergenworth forbidden ground. It's unclear how many of its scholars remain alive, but only they know the password that allows passage through the gate.
And so that is...
I bid you farewell. It has been a pleasure. May the good blood guide your way.
Okay. So, that's a lot to dissect. So, we'll go through just the major points of it and kind of keep up with what we need to keep up with to go along. So, as discussed, and as we already know, the Healing Church offers blood healing to the people of Yharnam. But now we find that it was the discoveries of Bergenworth and the Bergenworth scholars which led to the discovery of the special type of blood and the art of blood healing. You can also see that Alfred is a healing church hunter, which in his sect, guy named Master Logarius was his teacher, but it's not really discussed exactly what happened to him yet. But anyway, the point is that now you know that the Bergenworth scholars and this college were the ones who discovered the blood that led to the Healing Church's another bloodstone. They found the type of blood that the Healing Church now uses to administer blood healing, and they found it in the dungeons, which we were talking about, the Chalice dungeons, as Gehrman was talking about from the dream. The Chalice dungeons, which are the dungeons deep below Yharnam, which are actually the tombs, but essentially the Bergenworth scholars found this special type of blood, and the Healing Church used it to help the people of Yharnam, or so he says, with the art of blood healing. But Bergenworth itself today, for reasons we don't know yet, is more or less disbanded. The college is hidden deep in the woods, and it doesn't seem like they're very active as far as performing any sort of research or anything. So what is it exactly that Bergenworth did? What are they doing? What kind of shape are they in now? These are all very important questions that we're going to be exploring as we move on, but at the moment, unfortunately, we're kind of stuck with... This is what I was worried about. Ooh, nice dodge. Oh man, he managed to dodge it. Man, I'm way too powerful now. I think I'm underestimating my ability still, because, man, it might just be me remembering my first time through this and what a hard time I had, but or maybe I'm just putting my points into the right categories this time. But yeah, man, I'm just doing way better than I did last, well, my first playthrough. I mean, to be honest, I don't really remember subsequent playthroughs so well, which I know is kind of strange, but at the same time, I remember my first playthrough much better than I remember any of the other ones. So, aside from, you know, major points of interest, but, you know, it's just... There we go, that's... Antidotes. Yeah. In this area, this is where we're gonna need more antidotes. We've done an hour and a half. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit longer, because this next area is very, very interesting, really important, and this is the next area that we're gonna be sort of progressing through to get to the next boss, which, you know, I know that going to the healing church, or the Cathedral Ward, and seeing the area that, you know, we've been talking about, you'd think that that's what you would be doing next, but actually, the area we need to get to is this area right beyond this door here. But before we go there, I'm going to go back to the Hunter's Dream, because I haven't been there in a long time. And I'm going to start using some of this stuff that I finally can put in. I found a ton of stones to... Bad day on Street Fighter V. Well, I haven't had a chance to have a bad day on Street Fighter V, because I haven't played against anybody in God knows how long, but yeah, man, I hear you. They've changed it so many times after the last few patches. I'm really looking forward to Dragon Ball FighterZ patch, because I hope so much that they balance it and it turns out better. There's times where they go to rebalance and it just gets worse, but I do have faith. I do have faith in FromSoft that they could pull something off. So okay, I have 14 shards. I could level up both weapons, and the kicker is this one more level in this to bring it up to level 3. Wow, that's earlier than I thought. Okay, so you get the slots opened, the 3 gemstone slots opened faster than I thought. I thought it was at level, I thought it was at level 1, 5, or like 4 or 5, and Oh, Gundam Versus. Yeah, man, that's a big one. We really need to play that. Anyway, give me just a second before we go on to the next games. So, let me see something. Okay, that would bolster up to plus 19 there. What will we got here? It's plus 12 without any gems. I'm going for a dex build. I'm going to put some more points in skill. I might as well just do this next. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. So now you see we opened up the second gem slot. So now I still have enough for that, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to see what happens with physical attack up plus... Oh yeah, we're going to need to go to this one. Okay, so physical attack up plus 0.1%, and HP continues to recover plus 1. Okay, so this is really nice, because as long as you have this weapon equipped, you can have your health continue to regenerate. And this is a fairly weak rune. It's just plus 0.7%, which obviously isn't too much, but this is perfect for this weapon, so we'll go ahead and put that in for now. Now for the saw spear, might as well get the extra point I'll get out of that. And just out of curiosity, oh, actually, you know, before I do that, wait a minute. There we go. Okay. Nah, you know what? As you can see too, with pistols, you can reinforce them, or for, you know, your firearms, your left-hand weapon. You can reinforce them, but they only have one gem slot, and you open it from the first level. But anyway, yeah, let's see my survive. Oh no, I actually haven't watched the Resident Evil Survive playthrough, man. I saw you got put up, but I didn't actually watch the playthrough yet. I'll have to check it out though. Anyway, you know what? There's another weapon I'm about to get soon, so I'm gonna save my gems for that. I think that's a much better idea. So there we go. Now let's see, just out of curiosity, what kind of damage are we doing now? My stats, 119 for the cane. Wow, that's pretty good. All right. Oh, and I also have oh, by the way, you see that logo there now next to the Molotov cocktail up in top left? That's showing that my effect for my blood gem is working, which is the health regeneration. So is she back? Yeah, she's back by the gravestone. Okay.
Welcome home. What is it you... Very well. Let me stand.
Okay. I think I have enough for at least 2 level ups. I should. I have to put at least 1 point into Blood Tinge for now, because I'm going to need it up to 8 at the very least. But aside from that, we're moving into territory where we're going to really need some extra health. So, and it seems like my damage is pretty good for where I'm at. So, yeah. I'm going to do that for now. There we go.
Farewell, good. May you...
Okay. Now. Oh, what do I have in the way of, well, I got 3 Madman's knowledge. Wow. By the way, let me read the description of this for you, too. I meant to do this before. The skull of a madman touched by the wisdom of the Great Ones. Used to gain insight. Making contact with eldritch wisdom is a blessing, for even if it drives one mad, it allows one to serve a grander purpose for posterity. The most important statement of that whole description is allows one to what does it say? Make contact with the Great Ones. This is the first time you're hearing of the Great Ones. They are an integral and extremely, extremely central point of the entire game The Great Ones are beings which we have not encountered yet. But when we do, I'll kind of explain what the, what their abilities are like, and why you need to tap into their knowledge and wisdom to gain insight. Any other weapons I care about? No, we're good. Okay. All right. So, let's head on out. We're gonna go back. Old Yharnam. That's where we're heading. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'm really enjoying this playthrough. I've been enjoying the hell out of it since I started this game. I'm really hoping that I can keep pumping more out, because like I said, man, this game's just so good, and I'm really enjoying bringing it to everybody. I'm thinking that it won't be with Bloodborne, but I'm thinking with potentially with the next live stream, maybe Dark Souls Remastered. I might move the live stream to Twitch for the game playthrough. But anyway, so let's inspect. This town is long abandoned. Hunters not wanted here. Now that's a very interesting statement right outside the door. But here we go. I'm actually going to enter Old Yharnam now. Now, you remember how that note in that building talked about how the Healing Church blocked off the gate and sealed the entrance to the Cathedral Ward as Old Yharnam burned to the ground on that moonlit night? Well, this is Old Yharnam. And as you can see, the fires and the smoke are still coming. And tied to each post are beasts. Just like that.
Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back at once. Old Yharnam, burned and abandoned by men, is now home only to beasts. They are of no harm to those above. Turn back, or the hunter will face the hunt.
Now that's very interesting. This guy is saying that, you know, hey, there's nothing here, just beasts. Hunters are not welcome. These beasts aren't hurting anyone, so just leave. Or the hunter will be the hunted, and insinuating that he will take action. It's that guy, obviously, as I zoomed in on him up on the clock tower there. Like I said, this game, or this segment today, there's a lot of lore points coming up today, and this one in particular is very interesting because of the you got a guy who's wants you to leave the monsters alone, wants you to leave the beasts alone. Very strange position to take. Welcome, whoever just joined. Thank you for being here. Last night I had to turn off my PS4. Oh, huh. I wasn't actually. I slept for a long ass time yesterday, man. I fell asleep early and I slept for a long time because I was up way too late the day before. But anyway. So like I said, there's smoke burning everywhere, and there's beasts obviously still left. So I'll show you a trick in just a second. See how aggressive this beast is. Now, I'm gonna pull out my torch and show you guys something else. Where are you? There you are. Now see that? Look at that torch. You gotta cover his eyes. He does not like that torch. Beasts do not like fire. Come on, come on. So, yeah, that's a trick to dealing with the monsters. Oh, fourth viewer took off. Sucks. Oh well. Everybody else can check out the stream. But you will encounter a problem as you come up to later characters in this area. As you see, this guy's got his face covered, so he's not gonna work. Oh, another gemstone. Getting lucky with gemstones today. Cold blood dew. Sweet. Now, I'm not gonna go too far down this way yet, but I am going to at least initiate this real quick, just so you can see what you're gonna be contending with when you get to this area. Come on, dude. Come on. You can come over. There we go. Hey, bitch. Yep. Another gem. Wow, man. They're not strong, but at this point in the game, it's nice to just get any. Get this dude out of there. Come on. Come on, man. I threw a knife. Oh, it's one of these guys. That's right. Okay, now things are about to get serious.
Adept, merciless. Half cut with blood, as the best hunters are.
There we go. This is where things start to get intense. There he is, up there. In his tall tower. Anybody else alive? There he is. And yeah. That's what you gotta contend with in this area. So before I start moving down this area, there's one other thing I can do real quick that I'm gonna take care of right now. It's not super important yet, but it will help out in the future, and I don't want to start pressing forward into this area yet too far, so because I'm about to hit the 2-hour mark, and I just realized from the last session that since my YouTube experience isn't that high, I can't stream for more than 2 hours at 720. It might be because I'm running at 60 frames per second. I don't know exactly, but regardless, it is cutting me off at 2 hours. So, I'm just going to finish this short little run here and grab a couple things, and then I'm going to call it a day because, like I said, this session was pretty productive, but more than anything else, it was good for... God damn emotes. More than anything else, it was good for getting the lore points, getting to some plot points that I wanted to discuss, and it's like I said, as it's not a legitimate lore through, it's still important to me with a game like this to kind of explain the lore to everybody, because you know, I'm gonna keep going on and on about Hidetaka Miyazaki. It's one of my favorite directors, so game directors. And this is, Bloodborne is such a masterpiece, man. It's an amazing game. I love it. I love everything about it, from the combat to the gameplay to the storyline. Where are you, you bastards? I know you're here somewhere. There's that one. Is there another one here? There he is. Trying to ambush me. That's right. But they're both hooded, so... Oh, shit. Oh, they're both in... You know what? You can see what they like. Oh, man, I missed. Jeez. There we go. We'll do it that way. Man, the cane's... Okay, now there's a new gemstone shape. That's the crescent moon one I was talking about. I don't have a slot yet that'll fit it, but I already got one. So, man, I'm getting the good luck with the gemstones today, man. I'm telling you. I don't ever get this good luck with gemstones. I think this is... Yeah. I didn't miss an item, did I? I might have, but oh well, I'll get it later. It's not that big a deal. Now, I can't open this gate yet, but that is a shortcut that we can use eventually, so... Actually, you know what? I thought there was a door I could open from this direction, but I think I just did that for no reason. I did get a few good items, though, but I thought that there was a... I can get this. Or Cold Blood do, which is nice. I can finally get some... Yeah, man. There wasn't there wasn't anything to open there. That sucks. Oh, well. Anyway, there's a short little introduction to Old Yharnam, which will be our next point of entry in the next live stream, which you guys can prepare to be coming soon. I have no idea. I don't know if I'll be able to stream for sure tomorrow yet or not, but oh, sweet, man. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break after this session, and then I'm gonna be down to play something. So, both you guys, whatever you guys want to do, we can figure something out. MLA, like you said, you know, I've wanted to play Gundam for a while, so hopefully we can play some Gundam. But oh man, is there anything else I need to do? Yeah, not really with the not really with this on. So. Okay, well, anyway, that'll wrap it up then for Bloodborne Part 3. Once again, still making pretty good progress. By the next session, when we go through Old Yharnam, we should be able to make it to the... Old Yharnam's not a really huge area. It's big, but it's not gigantic. So we should be able to make it to the boss of Old Yharnam on the next section. And it's a tough boss. It's not insane, but it's a pretty tough boss. And then once we get past that, we'll have... Thanks, man. I appreciate it. After that, the reward for the next boss, one of them is the chalice, your first chalice. So we'll be able to open the chalice dungeons. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Predator, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, you guys. So yeah, I will be streaming again soon. I'll let you guys know. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter yet, by the way, too, go ahead and follow me at Twitter. The link's in the channel. Yeah, I'll be announcing upcoming streams. I will be announcing upcoming events with Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle in particular. I am hoping, and I'm really keeping my fingers crossed, that we can get enough people together to maybe do a day one live stream of some lobby matches. Hopefully we can figure that out. But I will be pre-ordering the game on the 9th, and I will be... playing the beta for sure, so I will be uploading video from that when that becomes available in about 5 days. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. And aside from that, with Bloodborne, this next section will be up ASAP, part 4. So look forward to that too. And that's about it for now. So thank you guys. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. This is Transatlantic Gaming. I am Cory Dean. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.